Welcome back to Buck Buckner in the bunker with Buck Buckner, and here we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm trying to have a scientific discussion about Bigfoot, but I keep getting these questions tweeted in to me. Buck, what is the silent majority? Define it. And well, how can I define it? They're so silent. They're not. That's what bugs me. It's kind of like a fog. Have you ever kind of been in a foggy morning and you try to confront the fog? You get closer to it and it just keeps going away. And then the silence, and it's kind of eerie because you can't see anything. It's just the fog that keeps moving away, and that's the silent majority. And that's what I like about Bigfoot. And Bigfoot's out there, and people see him very clearly in those eyewitness accounts. And if all 90% are correct, and I think there might, that actual 90%, that we'll talk about the 90-10 ratio. If 90% are correct, then he is getting around a lot faster than any of us know. But even if it's just the 10%, then we know he exists, and he's still getting around, and I'd love to have that interview with Bigfoot, and I just feel like, the silent majority is hiding him in the fog, and look, we got a call coming in. Why don't we take a call? You're in the bunker with Buck Buckner. What's your take? Hey, Buck, it's me again, and thanks for calling in, whoever you are. I get so many callers, I really can't keep track. Yeah, I was out at I was told that Bigfoot doesn't exist. Well, where did you hear that? Where did you hear that from? Probably the silent majority. And quite frankly, that's the big part of the conspiracy, is that not only are they not talking about it, but when then you do bring it up, they outright deny it with no evidence. I mean, think about it. If Bigfoot didn't exist, they would produce evidence showing that Bigfoot did not exist. But where is that evidence? You don't see it. What we do see is the vivid first-hand accounts, and they're scientifically accurate. And if you take the 90-10 rule, or the 10-90 rule, then the Bigfoot exists, and there's a lot of them, because the sightings, the personal eyewitness accounts are just adding up, folks, and I'm going through them now. I have a big pile of them, and everyone I look at has a new detail and a new wrinkle on Bigfoot, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating. So, to my caller, I would tell you that the fringe middle, the silence of the fringe middle, the silent majority, and the only time they do pipe up is when, they're hiding a conspiracy, and that's the sign it is a conspiracy, because they deny it, and quite frankly, they're silent about it, and that really freaks me out, the silent majority. And that's why I think if I did, have this sit-down interview with Bigfoot, it would kind of answer a lot. And I'm looking forward to that interview, and it would be a first ever, really, quite frankly. And it would be the mother of all eyewitness accounts, because how are they going to deny that if I have an interview with Bigfoot, scientific name Sasquatch? This is Buck Buckner. We're going to have to take a campfire break. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and I'll be right back. Buck Buckner in the bunker. Remember, folks, fear the silence. Turn on a nightlight, and I'll be right back.